Saudi Arabia is the world's largest oil economy. For decades, its wealth came from petrol, diesel, and massive oil exports. But today, something shocking is happening. The same country that powers the world with oil is now preparing for a future without fuel cars. Electric vehicles are no longer just a trend in Saudi Arabia, they are becoming a national strategy. This is not just about cars. This is about transforming an entire transport system that was built for the age of oil and is now being redesigned for the age of electricity. Saudi Arabia understands one simple truth: oil will not last forever. Global cities are banning petrol cars, climate change is forcing governments to rethink transport, and the world is moving toward clean energy. Saudi Arabia wants to stay ahead, not behind. Under Vision 2030, the kingdom is investing billions into renewable energy, smart cities, green infrastructure, and electric mobility. Transportation is one of the biggest sources of carbon emissions, and if Saudi Arabia wants to build a sustainable future, transport must change first. The vision is clear. By the next decade, a large percentage of vehicles on Saudi roads will be electric. This includes private cars, government fleets, public buses, taxis, ride-hailing services, logistics, and delivery vehicles. The plan is not just to import electric cars, but to build them locally. This is where the real transformation begins, because Saudi Arabia wants to become a global manufacturing hub for electric vehicles. One of the most important moves was investing in Lucid Motors, one of the world's most advanced electric car companies, and often called the Tesla of the Middle East. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund owns a major stake in Lucid, and the kingdom built Lucid's first international factory in King Abdullah Economic City. This factory is designed to produce more than 150,000 electric cars per year, not only for Saudi Arabia, but for export to the Middle East, Europe, and Asia. Saudi Arabia is not just becoming an EV user, it is becoming an EV producer. At the same time, Saudi Arabia is building the most futuristic city in the world, NEOM. A city designed from zero, without old infrastructure or traditional traffic systems. NEOM is built around a powerful idea: no petrol cars. Inside NEOM, transport will be fully electric, autonomous, and AI-driven, including electric cars, smart pods, underground high-speed transit, and future flying taxis. The entire city will run on solar power, wind energy, and green hydrogen, making transport completely zero emission. However, electric cars cannot exist without charging, so Saudi Arabia is building a nationwide EV charging network. This includes fast chargers on highways, charging points in malls, offices, residential buildings, and smart charging hubs in future cities. These stations will be solar-powered, connected to smart grids, and managed by artificial intelligence. Drivers will be able to charge in less than 30 minutes, locate stations through mobile apps, and pay digitally, making electric mobility practical and convenient. But the biggest challenge for electric vehicles in Saudi Arabia is heat. The kingdom has some of the hottest temperatures on Earth, and extreme heat affects battery performance, charging speed, and vehicle efficiency. This forces Saudi Arabia to invest in advanced battery cooling systems, thermal protection technologies, and desert-tested EV designs. In reality, Saudi Arabia is becoming one of the world's most important testing grounds for extreme climate electric vehicle technology. Saudi Arabia is also not relying only on battery-powered vehicles. It is heavily investing in hydrogen mobility. Hydrogen vehicles use fuel cells, produce only water as waste, refuel in minutes, and offer longer range than most electric cars. The kingdom is building the world's largest green hydrogen plant in NEOM, which means future transport could include electric cars in cities, hydrogen trucks for logistics, hydrogen buses for long routes, and even hydrogen trains and ships. This transformation is not only about the environment, it is also about economic survival. Electric mobility is creating new industries in Saudi Arabia, including battery manufacturing, software development, charging infrastructure, smart mobility services, and AI-based transport systems. Thousands of new engineering and technology jobs are being created, and the EV industry is becoming a key pillar of Saudi Arabia's post-oil economy. Saudi society itself is also changing. Young people want smart technology, sustainable lifestyles, and modern transport systems. Electric cars are becoming a symbol of innovation, status, and environmental responsibility. From Riyadh to Jeddah, from NEOM to Dammam, Saudi Arabia is slowly shifting its national identity from oil power to electric power. What Saudi Arabia is doing matters globally. If the world's largest oil nation can successfully shift toward electric and hydrogen mobility, it proves that energy transition is possible for any country. Saudi Arabia is showing that sustainability and economic growth can exist together. The kingdom is not abandoning oil overnight, but it is clearly building the road beyond it. The future of Saudi Arabia will not be powered by petrol, it will be powered by electric motors, smart grids, solar energy, green hydrogen, and artificial intelligence. The highways of the future will be silent, cities will breathe cleaner air, and transport systems will think for themselves. Saudi Arabia is not just changing its vehicles, it is changing its destiny, moving from black gold to green energy, and the road to sustainable transportation has already begun.